All right, James. How are you?
I'm doing okay, sir.
Doing okay. You had to think about that. I heard the hesitation.
Well, the microphone was like to my stomach, and I was like, I want to make sure you can actually hear me.
I got you. So, well, you're doing okay. I'm doing pretty okay myself. We're all doing pretty okay.
As best as we can be.
As best as we can. That's most of life, right?
Yep, I got a headache the size of a mountain.
Oh, jeez. That's the worst.
Yep.
So, well, I might give you a bigger headache with this little opening story here. But as you know, humans are degenerates. And as you may have heard, New York City and Dublin had this like live stream portal set up. I don't know. Have you heard anything about this?
Never.
Okay.
I heard this.
It's a very recent thing. They apparently set up like this weird live stream thing where basically, you walk in front of it, you can wave to people in Dublin, right? Well, human beings the way they are, it got shut down very quickly due to inappropriate behavior. And I don't know what started it, but I just know I've seen a clip of the Dublin people holding up footage of like 9/11 to the New Yorkers.
God, man.
And then I saw another clip where like some OnlyFans model like flashed the Dublin people, and supposedly that's what got it taken down. But apparently,
so that's what got it taken down.
I don't think so. Apparently, there's been multiple inappropriate behaviors. Like I think the night before, like a bunch of drunk dudes just like mooned Dublin. Essentially, they're blaming the OnlyFans model, and the OnlyFans model is taking the blame because obviously good publicity for her, and also OnlyFans, right? Shaking fist, damn internet e-girls.
Man, that's trash.
But yeah, so we tried to connect to another country, and that did not last very long.
Womp, womp, womp.
Which is funny because the Irish people, they showed up 9/11 footage. I feel like our response should have just been a bag of potatoes.
Why would they show 9/11 footage? Like, what was the point of that?
Well, it's in New York. It's New York, and it's kind of funny, and it's edgy.
Like, really? It's like 9/11? You can't come with anything else original?
Well, I mean,
like, Family Guy's been doing it already.
Yeah, but it's the Irish, and I don't know.
That sack of potatoes would have been... I don't think...
A sack of potatoes would have been a funny response as well. Like, hey, if you want to go low blows, we'll go low blows too. We don't reward them with nudity.
No.
Like, what are you thinking, OnlyFans model?
Maybe we can see nudity anytime.
And other people who flashed them. Obviously, this was going to happen at some point.
Yeah, of course.
It was not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let people have unfiltered access to another country via webcam. Jeez. What are you talking about? So... It's just kind of funny. They're blaming the OnlyFans girl, and it's like, oh no, this was gonna happen regardless.
No, man, it's trash.
I don't know. What the heck?
Oh, commercial.
Oh God, where's the ad coming from? I don't know where.
You hate that? Those little ads that would just come in,
right?
And you never can locate it.
It's ridiculous.
It's like that all the time. I'm watching porn. It's like always an ad that pops up.
Where are you watching your stuff at? James is all outlawed in the state. Don't you know?
I got plenty of websites. For some reason, Texas think that.
Yeah, you wanna put that on record? You wanna put that on?
No, I will not.
On the go or on the run with Jacob and James.
So James, I was telling you about our vacation. On I think the last episode or so.
Yeah, you guys went to San Diego.
Yeah, we were up in San Diego. We were having a great time, great vacation. And when I come back, my computer dies. But that's not the point of the story. It's just...
oh, boy.
It's just me venting. But... So, one of the nights... I can't believe I forgot the story originally. One of the nights, we went out on the town in San Diego. We went to downtown San Diego, and we went to a dueling piano bar. Have you ever been to dueling pianos? Do you know what dueling pianos is?
Yes. At first, when you told me about dueling pianos, I thought it was a thing from Tom Hanks. Where they're dancing on the piano.
No.
Dude, I was like, you.
Although that would be interesting to watch.
You can't tell me you and her. You can't tell me you and your girl wouldn't enjoy it.
I wouldn't do it, but I'd watch people do it.
Oh, come on, Jacob, man. I would do that. So what is it, dueling piano?
Dueling pianos is essentially two people on two grand pianos.
Yeah.
And they're playing pianos the whole time.
Oh, okay.
But the stipulation is they take tips and they take requests. So essentially you write down what what you want them to play. You put it up there with $1, $5, $20, whatever, and then they'll play the song. And first of all, these people have to be talented enough, or I guess like be in the know enough to just be able to play the song that the person's request. Because like, I mean, people requested Billie Eilish, they were requesting Journey, they were requesting all kinds of stuff.
So hip hop.
I think a couple of hip hop stuff.
Okay.
Nothing off the top, nothing that I can like really remember. Because honestly, let me tell you, we went on a Tuesday night in San Diego, not a holiday, middle of the week, Tuesday. This place was so lit.
Oh, really?
It was ridiculous. No, you walk in packed.
Tuesday.
For a Tuesday, we barely got like a little space like next to the bar along the rail, and the bar was packed. Like to get a drink, it took like 20 minutes just to get the waitress to notice you.
Club going up on
because they were so busy. And I mean, let me tell you, I didn't know this about white people.
Yeah.
But damn, do they love dueling pianos, James.
I never knew anything about this. Like, I know I want to go. I want to go to this.
Because, I mean, it was white people central. And I did not know about that about my own people.
So are they facing each other, or are they facing...
The pianos are facing each other.
Okay.
And they're bantering back and forth. They're, like, laughing and joking. And then they're playing songs. And, I suppose one of them's doing, like, the lead parts of the song. And the other person's just kind of like doing a melody, just kind of, it's constant playing. And there's like 3 of them, but they switched out like every 30 minutes or so. And they had like this band set up. Like they had like some drums and a bass. So when they would switch, like one of them would be playing the piano song, and then the next person would be walking up to take over the piano. And then the person playing the piano would get up, get on the drums, play some drum beat. And then the other person would get on the bass. And, like, they would almost be a full band at that point.
Okay, yeah.
And then the other person would walk off to take the break or whatever, and then they go back to playing pianos. They did, like, a bunch of hits. Like, they did Journey, like, Don't Stop Believing. They did the Sweet Caroline song.
Oh, a lot of karaoke songs.
A lot of karaoke-type songs, obviously. But everybody was just all for it, man. Like, ridiculous. There's one downtown in Houston, and I really do. Yeah, I really do want to go out on a night out and just... experience it. I don't know if it'll be the same experience.
I'm gonna take it. There was a lot of white people there. But
that's what I said. That's what I opened.
No, I mean you said there was a lot of white people there, but it wasn't no black people there.
I don't think there was one other black person besides my wife.
So Khadijah was the only black person.
I think so. I don't think there were other.
Oh, hey man, I'm down to go.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Khadijah, one of her bridesmaids was from Colorado, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
And they had went out. I think they took a trip to San Diego a few years ago back, like way, before we met. And I think they went to a dueling pianos thing. And her friend made the comment that she's like, I didn't realize. I didn't. And she's like, I never felt more white than when I was in the.
Yeah.
Because like she knew all the songs. Khadijah knew none of the songs. Like the Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Bum, bum, bum. Notice we didn't have that in the wedding. We didn't have that in the reception.
Oh, no.
A very classic wedding song. We did not use that.
Touching hands, touching you.
So we kind of did a bar hoppy thing, right? So that's where we started. We had dinner there. We had a couple drinks. And then at a certain point, we were like, we got to get out of here. This is a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was a lot. So we went and we walked to the next bar. And let me tell you, there must have been a conference or something in town because we go to the next bar. Lit. I mean, bunch of people there. There's like a DJ. He's pumping everybody up. Everyone's got these like little corporate like name tag things, like these lanyards. And part of the reason we went there was because there was a pool table. And, like beginning of the year, I was like, I want to play more pool. Haven't played pool since January. Not really living up to that New Year's resolution, but people don't do it.
I've been thinking about that.
I still like pool though. I'll go play pool anytime.
Yeah, like when we're not busy.
Yeah. So we went there because there was a pool table, but because it was so packed that we couldn't get to the pool table. And I was like, I don't want to play pool and have to like ask these drunk people to like move around me.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of chilling. There's like a little arcade section, so we were playing like some pinball in the back or whatever. But let me tell you, Sweet Caroline came on again.
Was it like the theme?
2 times in a night that I have to hear this stupid Sweet Caroline song. Not only that, so many Disney songs. Like from the dueling pianos, there were Disney songs played, and at this DJ place, there were Disney songs played, and I was just like, please.
Get me the hell out of here.
What are we doing?
Get me the hell out of here.
And then, we hopped a couple more bars, and like the other bars were more chill. We went to like this club, and it was a club.
Back in Sweet Carolina again?
No, there was nobody there.
Oh, okay.
On a Tuesday, nobody was there. There was like a group of people hanging out by the front door, and then the back to where like, there's the lounging area where people would be. Nobody.
There was all that dueling pianos.
Yeah, they're all dueling pianos.
That's what's going on. That's what happened there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But if you were to tell me on a night out, I'd hear Sweet Caroline two times in a row.
And that's so weird because Sweet Caroline is such a Boston song. Because Boston, I associate that song so much with Boston. Yeah, I think they use that for like one of their sports teams, whether it be the Red Sox or Boston Celtics.
Oh, do they?
I think so.
Or
the Patriots. And you would think I know that by being a Patriots fan, but I was not. I'm not a big fan of Boston. So, like, yeah.
What's wrong with Boston? You got a problem with the accent? You got a problem with the Irish?
Well, let's just say they don't value...
You don't like their tea parties?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting close to that. I was like, yeah, let's just say they don't value a certain part of skin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Had some racist things going on back then.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Had some racial stuff going on back there in Boston. I'm pretty sure they've changed completely. Like, cities can change,
Yeah.
That was so back then, but still remnants of it is still there.
Yeah, I mean, it never goes away.
It never truly goes away.
It's kind of always around.
Just like dueling pianos, that'll never ever go away.
I mean, it was a fun time. It was surprising because Tuesday night, and I mean, people were just
going up on Tuesday.
That was their night, man. I mean, you would have thought that was a club.
Club going up on a Tuesday at a dueling pianos.
Dueling pianos. I mean, we need to go. There's one downtown. And
How much was it?
To get in, nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just go in?
We just walked right in. These people are playing pianos. Everyone's having a great time. I mean, you pay for the drinks, you pay for the food.
Obviously, yeah.
It's not like a cover or anything. It's not like an event. It's just...
And where's the one located in Houston? Downtown?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of downtown. It is on Phantom Street. I got it right up here.
Street. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Khadija and I passed it one day. I think we were like bar hopping or we were like, I don't know. We were doing something and we walked by. We were going to the putt place. The putt shack they have downtown. We were going there and we passed by and I was like, oh, dueling pianos. That sounds kind of cool.
And you just said, well.
When we went to San Diego, she found one and we went and man, I did not know that was an event for people. You're talking about culture shock.
On the go. Or in the shower. With Jacob and James.
So what would you go to? Would you rather go to a dueling pianos or the little restaurants where you insult people? Or will they insult you?
Oh, dueling pianos. I don't want to be insulted.
I think that's so weird.
There.
Why would you want to go to a restaurant like that? I think that restaurant's in
Dick's.
Vegas.
It's called Dick's.
Dick's.
It's all a brand. I think there's one in Texas somewhere.
There's one in Texas too? Oh,
yeah, I think so.
Would you ever work at a job like that?
You know what? I would do it if they had like a version of that for a movie theater.
Oh.
If they had like a Dick's movie theater brand, I would love working there.
What if you go too far? What if you go too far with the insults? It's like, hey, now calm down.
You can't get a refund. Yeah, that's what you paid for.
All right now.
Oh, I would love it if there was like a movie theater version of that because I would just like shut the movies off halfway through. I need a refund. Oh no, that's the experience. Wait 5 minutes. We got to reboot.
Cut the movie off in the end game where Henry Cavill says Avengers.
Not Henry Cavill. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. Chris Evans gets the hammer.
Thinking about you.
I know, right? Chris Evans gets the hammer and says Avengers Assemble, and then just cut it off right there. Just cut it off.
Avengers.
Wow, boy, that would be a riot.
This is what you guys paid for. In 5 minutes, we reboot.
Oh,
no, that kind of reminds me. I remember one of the Dragon Ball anime movies, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie,
I remember that, yeah.
That was in theaters. I went and saw it. Great film. But man, I think right before the fight started, the fire alarm went off.
Oh.
Shut the movie down. Everyone was like, packed theater too. Like,
ooh, that sucks.
It was a great experience because like if you watch a movie with like anime fans or like I guess like fans of any kind of movie that are good, yeah, like they're into it and they're like, oh man, it was just getting good. Like it was cool. It was a cool experience. But yeah, right before the fight started, the fire alarm went off, movie shut off. We had to wait like 5-10 minutes. And the theater I was working at the time, I kept my mouth shut.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Because I was like, I could tell these people, we would be back on in 5 to 10 minutes. But I'm like, no, you.
They look like, how would you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
How would you know that?
I was like, it should come back on, I'm sure, at some point. And then.
Like the worst thing you could do is wear a uniform and watch a movie.
Oh man!
And something happens in the movie, everybody's looking at you like,
yeah.
So you gonna fix
I
that?
remember I went to go see a movie with a friend one time at the same theater that I worked at, and we had gotten Whataburger before, so we walked in with our Whataburger cups, and we got it refilled or whatever, and like the guy behind us was like, "How come you guys get to do that?" And I just go, "Well, we work here." And he goes, "Oh, okay. I was about to go cuss somebody out."
Like I was saying, cuz I can't get the hell out of my way.
Yeah, right. Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, don't worry about what I got going on, man.
Yeah, go pay attention to your own thing.
Yeah.
But outside of the movie theater stories, yeah, we definitely need to go do dueling pianos. That's right up Joel's alley. That would be Joel's thing. Is like, honestly, I expected it to be more comical. I was thinking like some like 1920s dudes just sitting there doing ragtime.
When you say dueling pianos, I think about two guys in those little suits with the little ducktails.
Exactly.
Just like Beethoven type stuff.
Exactly.
With like the long hair.
And then like it's just getting more and more intense.
Yeah, it gets more and more intense, but it's not like that.
And they hate each other, and then eventually they just like fight each other, and then you're watching a fight.
And you slam your head inside the piano. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
No violence. We got Sweet Caroline and Disney songs and Billie Eilish songs and a bunch of other songs. They were really talented. It is not inspiring. I can't think of the word right now. It's impressive. That's what the word. It's impressive to see like musicians just be able to whip out a song.
Yeah, that's a hell of a skill.
I mean, I'm sure like like with anything, you learn the same kind of couple 3 chords. You can kind of make something up because really everyone's drinking, everyone's a good time. No one's really listening to the melody. Right?
Yeah,
They're not really listening and be like, oh, well, this song's played with the A minor. You played it with the C sharp and blah, blah, blah. They're there to have a good time and listen to you horribly sing songs because they would sing the songs. That's the big story I could not remember from the previous episode when I talked about the vacation. And I was really annoyed with myself, honestly, because everything, it was a good vacation and everything else was cool, but I didn't have any wild stories. But that's wild story.
To this day, I'm still shocked that you saw Waterworld. Because I like when you told me that, I was like, they still doing Waterworld?
I'm surprised it's still there.
No one even knows that movie.
They're tearing down the ET ride at the Florida location.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think it's a big deal because like that's one of the last like iconic rides from Universal Studios. Because they tore everything. Like they had the Jaws ride.
Yeah, the Jaws ride.
They replaced it with the Harry Potter. The Jurassic Park ride is still there, but they updated it to the Jurassic World. So you still got that at least, but
how about the King Kong? Maybe they used to have a King Kong ride.
King Kong's still there, but it's not. It's the old King Kong. It's not. They should update that one, really.
Yeah, that's the one they need to update.
Yeah.
Well, I think Warner Brothers has the rights to that, so I don't think they can really update it.
Oh, is that the case?
I think so.
Oh, maybe so.
Maybe so. I don't know. I'm just speaking.
Yeah, it's funny because the Florida one, they actually kind of have like a set piece that you drive through where it's like Skull Island, and then you go into the theater where you get bashed around by a Kong, and I think they have an animatronic Kong. But the one in Hollywood, it's part of the backlot tour. So you kind of just drive into this like barn, and they play the footage, and you get rocked around a little bit, and then you drive out. Same thing with Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious is part of the backlot tour in Hollywood, but they actually have like a whole dark ride.
Oh, okay.
In Florida.
How about Back to the Future? Would you ever get on the Back to the Future ride?
I would if I knew which one it was at, because I don't think it was in Hollywood.
Yeah, it must be in Florida.
It might be, or it's not there anymore. Because like I said, they're tearing down E.T. Yeah. E.T. is one of the old classics. Yeah. And with some of these older rides, the bad thing is they're replacing physical rides with like the more TV ones.
Yeah, which I hate.
Right, where you just kind of like they drive you into a room and you see a bunch of LCD screens and you get rocked around a little bit and then you get out. And they were talking about how a bunch of theme parks are doing this now because I guess it's cheaper than roller coaster maintenance, and which is true on some ways, but it's taking the thrill or the amusement out of the amusement park, right? Because every ride, you kind of know what you're going into.
True.
You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to sit in this thing. I'm going to be part of the adventure. And then someone's going to tell me I did a good job. And then I'm going to go to the next thing.
Don't they have a Shrek ride too?
They didn't. It's not a Shrek ride. It's like a theater. But it's made like a ride.
Yeah.
I think. Because
just riding through.
It's like a 40X.
40X, yeah.
They got one with Kung Fu Panda now. I think that's what they replaced it with. Was a Kung Fu Panda version. So.
I'm glad you had a good time. It's like the gods have rewarded you to come back to Houston and struggle your ass off.
Yeah, and then I come back and they're like, "Oh, here's more work, and your laptop's broken."
You want to have a good time?
Yeah, you think you can leave?
Vacation? Oh, we got something for you.
Yeah, you think you can leave?
Here's all this work. Vacate that. There you go.
How much money did you spend? Here's a new screen.
Oh, there you go. Let's break that let's break that MacBook screen. How about it?
I'm telling you, man. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, man. Sometimes.
Oh, that's all I got. That's the last bit of the show today. I just wanted to bring the dueling pianos thing up again because
that's fine.
It was a good time. I honestly think we should go.
I would definitely wouldn't mind going to that.
Yeah, maybe we'll probably hear Sweet Caroline a couple times, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Get some drinks.
Luckily, I know that
Get
song,
some chicken wings.
So it's all good. Yeah, I know the song, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know the song, everyone would probably like jump on
it,
you, right?
You don't know Sweet Caroline? Bust me over the head with a chair.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
For the dueling pianos, right?
Yep.
So
don't forget our boy. He probably joined in with us too. Our boy from Megatropolis.
Megalopolis? Francis Ford Coppola?
Yeah, there you go. yeah. I love when you say that name.
Francis Ford Coppola?
Nothing else rolls off your tongue clean when you do these podcasts. But when you say that's his name, it words off your tongue. Like I suppose that.
Certain words and names you can just roll out. But
he is now going to be a part of the show.
Martin Scorsese, remember?
I struggle with that name, but our boy is going to be part of that show from now on.
Francis Ford Coppola.
He's going to be part of the show.
Yeah, okay.
See what he thinks about this.
Yeah. All right, I'll do something with that.
Yeah. See what he thinks about some of these topics.
Oh my god, I got an idea for that.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get out of here. Before we do, we got to mention King David's tour.
Oh yeah, he is coming up. You're right.
He's got a tour. He's currently on tour. It's a Houston tour. It's a local tour.
Which is cool.
Yeah, he's playing a few shows around Houston. I think he's got a show downtown, or he did have a show downtown, and then he's got another couple of shows coming up in the end of May. I think May 30th or May 31st.
I know he got coming in June too.
June 19th, I believe. Yeah. Juneteenth? Is he playing
Juneteenth?
Juneteenth?
I'm like, he played on Juneteenth?
What? Yeah.
Oh, man. I just thought as soon as she said June 19th, I said, wait a minute, Juneteenth?
Yeah, June 19th. Houston Cowboy. He's playing a show on Juneteenth.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, so, hey, if you're in Houston and if you know King David and you like his music, or if this is how you discover his music, he's got some shows coming up. So follow him on Instagram, King David Music. And we may or may not be at some of these shows, so look out for us.
Yeah, if you see us, say hi to us.
Yeah. So
and don't sing Sweet Caroline to us.
Yeah, don't do that. Maybe King David. Maybe we'll get him to cover Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Nice.
Yeah. So without further ado, I'm on the go. You're on the go. Francis Ford Coppola is on the go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get away from this.
Yeah.
So, follow us on YouTube and Instagram, and I think that's it. Yeah. YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow us on everything you can. You can email us on onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can find James on Instagram at
9794.
You can find me on Instagram at jacobdanton.audio. Again, like I said, I'm on the go. James is on the go. Francis Ford Coppola is on the go.
Yeah.
And that's all we got, guys. We'll talk to you next time.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow and share the podcast with your friends and family units. If by chance you disliked the episode, then please share the On The Go show with your most hated enemies. Thank you and enjoy your day.
Mm-hmm.